Welcome to our last episode of this week for our 4th of July celebration. My name is Annie.
I'm Grandma Jayne.
And we've had a heck of a good time making these wonderful recipes. Again, to celebrate these United States, we've made recipes from the great states of Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. We call them our mag states, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, as you go east. Now we're going to feature one more state before we call it a day for the week.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're going to celebrate now the great state of Florida, our sunshine state, our savior sometimes in these deathly, cold, bitter Iowa winters.
Yeah.
We've taken refuge many times in our wonderful sunshine state of Florida. Capital of Tallahassee. It's a wonderful, wonderful place. We've got the Gulf on the one side of Florida, and we've got the Atlantic Ocean on the other side of Florida. So there's lots of resorts, lots of things to do down there. I know one year in 2008, my niece Megan, when she was much younger than that, in fact, my nephew's age of 12, she and I went down with another gal and her son to Orlando, and we visited Disney World. Again, Walt Disney, we've celebrated Walt. Again, we said he has wonderful movies, amusement parks, etc. Well, one of those is in the great state of Florida. Well, for Florida, because we've already made so many things, we're going to make something very quick. We could have made something out of oranges from Florida in lots of ways. And in the future, we'll make lots of things with orange in. But because we've had a full packed episode or week of episodes, we're going to make something very quick. We've made some really fattening things today. So we're going to make a quick dip called Orange Creamsicle Dip. Again, oranges are very, very prevalent in the state of Florida. So we're going to feature oranges in our celebration or our tribute to Florida. And we're going to make, it's very, very good then to use with fruit or vanilla wafers. So let's start with 1/8 ounce of cream cheese. You can get a block of cream cheese, but instead I just am going to use the whipped cream cheese spread. Okay, that's 8 ounces. So that's what I'm going to do. I needed to use it up in my fridge. We're going to hope it works just as well as a block that's softened, okay? This is already whipped. And again, I don't think at a dip it's really going to make much difference. So again, it was getting to the point I wanted to get it used up. So there you go. Then I'm going to add 8 ounces of marshmallow cream. Okay. I thought I had most of the top off, but I saw a little shine, so I knew I didn't have all of it off. So I'm going to add some marshmallow cream. And again, we need 8 ounces, and let's see what this is. Jane, is that 16 ounces?
Both look good with her eyes.
I'm just almost sure it's 16.
I'm sure it looks like it. Tristan says yes. Oh, it says 7 ounces.
This is 7?
Yeah.
Perfect. I guess I need to use the whole thing then.
It looks more like 2 cups. I'm gonna read that wrong.
The fact that it's, you're right.
This looks more than 7 even, doesn't it?
Sure does. Marshmallow cream.
I've never used the whipped cream cheese yet. Have you?
Not for baking, but I've used it for to make like those ham roll-ups with pickles.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I bet it would be good that way.
Mom always used to use the blocks, and then I saw that at the store, and I'm like, why don't you just use that one? It'd be easier.
Then we need a can of mandarin oranges, and I'm going to take a few out to garnish with on top. Cute little guys. Okay.
You have to put the juice and all in, huh?
I'm gonna for the flavor, by
Okay.
golly.
I just love mandarin oranges. They're so good. Jello or whatever.
That's one thing Dawson will eat every time is
Yeah.
mandarin oranges.
Good for them too.
So far. Now I probably jinxed it.
Yeah.
Then I need 8 ounces or a cup of whipped topping. Now, how many ounces are in that, Jane, if you would?
I think it's, I can read it without my glasses. It says 8 ounces. Net weight 8 ounces, yeah.
Okay.
That seems more than that too.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's way more, but you know what? We're gonna see what happens. I bet we only needed a bit of that. Now, if it weren't for the mandarin oranges, I probably just would have used a spoon here. And we're gonna find out pretty quick if we needed some or all of that juice at all in this mandarin orange can. But we don't want dips too thick, and I wouldn't think we'd want them too runny either. Now at the end you can always put some orange zest in. I was unable to find a zester in my drawer, so I need to look for that.
I just grate an orange. That's, you know.
So I didn't bother to buy any at the supermarket today. Get in there, fella. I want to shout out to some of our viewers who have either commented on Facebook or have actually phoned me or told me in phone calls or texts how much they're enjoying Jane and my show. We thank you for that. We appreciate your support.
We're having a lot of fun, that's for sure.
And again, we say it's a cooking show for kids, but we're kids of all ages. We're all kids at heart. And so we are getting comments from all ages of viewers, and that was really our hope. Even though we sometimes gear things to the kids because they might just be starting out in the kitchen, there's been a lot to learn, I think, for all of us, even those of you that are seasoned cooks. You're learning some new recipes perhaps, or some fun facts that you maybe don't look up before you cook. Our timer just went off again. How's our cobbler looking? We found out 30 was way too soon when the recipe said 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, let's go ahead and give it some more time. Go ahead and hit timer on the right.
Here?
There.
Okay.
And then push it again if you'd like, please, and then hit how many minutes you want. Up or down.
I've had men that have lost their wives and stuff say they really are learning a lot on how to make things from our show. So that's awesome.
And a lot of wives that have lost their husbands that did the cooking.
It's a learning experience for us too, isn't it, Annie?
That's right. Because cooking and baking is a gender neutral thing. Men and women are excellent cooks. Children can be excellent cooks. Now I think this is just how we're going to want it, because this is something that should be chilled, and that's going to help it set up, okay? Now I am going to want to try it with a vanilla wafer, which I've got a bowl of here. But until I chilled it, I would not put these mandarin oranges on top. Not until they're chilled. I would put that on, and just after I put this dip into a bowl I'm going to serve it in, after it's chilled, I would then put these mandarin oranges on top as just a little garnish, okay? Jane, should we just see how it tastes before we chill it?
Light and refreshing.
This would be excellent with fruit.
Mm-hmm.
But after I've tasted it now, I would put orange zest in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd really want to put orange zest in to boost the flavor. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and put this aside. I'll probably find a place for it in the refrigerator so it can start chilling. It'll be interesting to find a place for it to start chilling.
You want to try some? You want to try it? No. Okay.
Orange creamsicle's not really my thing, but
Okay.
Do we have any saran to use up over there, Jane?
Yeah, we should.
If not, I'll open this. Great.
Oop, hardly any. You want foil?
No, this is fine. I just need to get this open. I'm not very good at this. I can't see very well. Can you see to open that?
Sure.
Thank you. I think this will be a lot better once it's chilled. And again, when it's chilled, kids, it'll really set up. And it'll probably be just the texture you want it to be at that point. And you can see now the mandarin oranges are little bitty pieces in there. And I didn't think I'd be able to achieve that myself if I just spooned it in.
This is the hardest part. Usually there's like a sort of start it for you, but trying to find that in is crazy.
And again, you can either eat this with fruit, which we encourage, or vanilla wafers. Okay? And again, I would go ahead and do the orange zest.
Yeah.
Well, we'll work on this later.
Yeah.
Let's get this show on the road.
I wonder if we could add like orange flavoring.
I bet you could.
Or do you think that'd be too strong?
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
sometimes flavorings will be a little too much.
Okay, we're now going to finish up our episode with our grand finale. And since the dreamsicle was so short, or I should say the creamsicle is what they called it, we're gonna make some frosting so we can frost our brownies and decorate it for the 4th. Again, I'm gonna I rinsed off our beaters so our frosting doesn't taste like orange creamsicle. Okay, I'll get a little milk out.
It's so hot. Alright.
Okay, and this is probably a bigger bowl than I need, but I'm going to go ahead and use it. Okay, for this particular frosting,
You want a knife or something for that? Anything in that?
great. Okay, I'm going to start with some powdered sugar. I'd say probably, say 3 cups. Then I'm going to put in about 2/3 a cup of Crisco.
So it's going to be a little firmer, huh? With the Crisco added. This is how the bakery did it, isn't it?
There we go. I'm going to put a little vanilla in, maybe a teaspoon. And a little bit of milk to give us a little bit more liquid. And we can always add more milk. And we're going to mix it up. And you're going to want to go slow at first till that dry powdered sugar gets in there. And you know, kids, I don't know if you know, another word for powdered sugar is confectioner sugar. You're going to see in some recipes, you're probably going to think, what the heck is confectioner sugar? Well, it's powdered sugar.
Did you know powdered sugar has static in it? That's why it'll.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Say that again, Megan.
Powdered sugar has static in it, and that's why, like, if you when you're pouring it, it'll splatter
Yeah.
all over for no reason.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
That's what we did. It's gonna be a little firmer frosting. Crisco makes it that way. Really, all we need is just a little cement like frosting to hold our fruit down. Don't need a lot. I should be cleaning the strawberries from.
So let's see how we've got that so far. Oh yeah.
Got her done, huh?
Okay. We're gonna get all this out of the way. And we're gonna decorate our cake. Now sometimes we put chocolate frosting on our brownies. We didn't make a cake because of the Mississippi mud pie. We could certainly do this with a cake. We decided to make brownies. And of course we're gonna be frosting it with white because we wanted our white icing because we wanted our fruit to really pop, and the flag, of course, we're going to want a white background because of the stripes. So let's grab our brownies, which are now, that's why we made them at the beginning, kids, so they'd be plenty cool now to go ahead and frost.
I'm gonna clean some strawberries using Grandma Jayne's method. Coring them with a spoon.
Or a grapefruit spoon is awesome too.
Yeah.
Again, we don't need too much frosting, it's just more calories. We just want to coat the top of this.
So how would you want these cut for on top?
Well, how do you think they would lay nicer for a stripe?
Somebody did one of these in my family. I'm trying to remember how the strawberries were.
Or are you going to want to lay them? I would think you'd want them cut so they lay nice and flat to make a stripe.
Maybe do them in half and then one more time.
And I don't know if we're going to have
Maybe.
room for all 13. Do
And
you
then like
think?
that again?
Or maybe just
Maybe just half.
like that.
Could you have room for all 13 stripes?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, you gotta think about how much you have left.
If you want to do it authentically or just, you know.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to have room for all 13
probably not.
stripes.
So I would just modify it. However.
Because of course we know, kids, that there are 13 stripes for the original 13 colonies. That fought for our freedom in the Revolutionary War and won it so we could become this United States of America that's so awesome. Yeah, I think we're gonna probably want to cut them like slices almost.
Let me show me.
At least this is what I have in my head. Like if we cut them like in slices,
Oh, like that.
they'll lay nice and flat, I thought,
Okay.
but maybe not. And then maybe
Give it a
cut
try.
that in half, so it's a thinner stripe.
Like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I
Probably
was
easier to
thinking.
deal with.
And again, we washed our blueberries and our strawberries. Jane did a bang-up job de-stemming the strawberries.
They are so good this time of year.
Again, we might not have the room to make an authentic flag, obviously, but it's the idea. We just wanted to celebrate our nation,
There you go. That's all you do.
and again, we want color and flavor. I think I'll just go one more row. And again, we know that the stars are white against blue, but for our purposes, we're going to do blueberries on white. And then we're going to make stripes.
I didn't put the timer on, but
Did you turn it down to 300?
No, gotta do that too.
Yeah. Hit bake and then go down, hit that top left bake and then go down to 300.
Okay. It's similar to mine, I should know.
And then hit start. There you go.
Well, almost got it licked here, don't we? So you guys have plans for the 4th?
Us?
Yeah, or anybody?
No, not really. We're just taking it a day at a time.
Yeah,
Just see.
staying here though.
Yep.
This used to be the weekend we'd always have Dad's birthday because he was born on the 7th. He used to sing, I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy, I'm born on the 7th of July. And we just had so much fun.
God bless Dale.
Yeah, and it's not as much fun now without him, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He was so awesome.
He was fun. He liked it.
Oh, I've told you before, but when he threw that head back.
Yeah.
That was always my goal, to make him laugh hard enough
Yep.
that he'd throw his little head back. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Isn't it fun to make people happy, kids?
Yes.
And you kids make a lot of people happy, just
That's
being
right.
you.
Yeah. There's a lot of pressure and stuff out there. You guys got to keep your heads on. Dad always told us to keep the nose clean and don't take any wood nickels.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pearls of wisdom from our
Yeah.
fathers. And again, this is far from perfect because
Oh, it's looking good.
we're not really going for perfect. We're just going for pretty
Yeah.
and edible,
Yep.
above all.
Thanks for sharing this recipe, Megan.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the recipe is Megan's brownie recipe. She shared with me this weekend when I told her we needed a quick, easy one. She said, well, I've got a good one. And we did find out just how easy it was.
Yeah, it really is. Easy, smells great, but it tastes great. Think that'll do it? Pretty close.
Yep, that should do it. Thank you, Jane.
You're welcome. I go home and I'm usually like out on the couch for a while. You don't realize how tiring it is to cook all day.
Especially on a hard floor.
Yeah.
Hard on your feet.
Okay, what are you thinking, Jane?
I'm thinking it's good. Oh, it's good.
Okay, let's show our admiring public what we've put together here. My country, 'tis of the sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. Happy birthday! Happy birthday, United States of America. And if you really wanted to get busy and have the fire department on standby, you could put 244 candles in this and try to see if you could get them blown out before they burn the house down. But nah, I'm just kidding.
Burning down the house.
Yeah. Just kidding. And again, we aren't going to do anything like that in way of lighting anything without permission or supervision.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So again, that should sum up our entire week for the 4th of July. Again, ending with our 4th of July cake, I should say brownies.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what would you say to wind things up, Jane?
Give somebody a call. Do you think who's lonely or whatever? Give them a call and surprise them, whether it's family or a friend or a neighbor, and make them just feel good about themselves, and you'll feel good.
I agree with that. That's a great idea, Jane, because even now with the COVID, it's hard to go see people in person. But you know what? Get out, say, a list of 5 or 6 people that just hearing your voice, kids, will make their day. Just make their day. Okay? So again, this week, again, We don't want you to be reckless, be cautious, but there's lots you can do to still have a great time to celebrate these great United States. So until next time, we hope to see you on Now We're Cooking